Fine. Yes, okay, thanks. So, welcome. Happy Saturday. Happy New Year for those of you that celebrate the new year. Happy new moon. Happy new everything. I decided since it was, I think I always decide when it's my birthday classes that I get to be even more crazy. So, I'm hoping that what I share with you this morning, it's interesting because well, let's start with this. It's called Braiding Sweetgrass. Has anybody read the book Braiding Sweetgrass? You have, Jane. Okay. Anybody else? I have just started like the first page. So you know that if I'm sharing with you on the first page, it's going to be a really good book, right? Did you like it, Jane? Yeah, okay, great. It was gifted with it. But it really is in line with what I've been talking about in the last weeks and months, which is the decisions that you make with your mind and how you vision the world and how you place your thoughts and where you place your thoughts and what is real and what is unreal. And so I'm taking an opportunity to read you something, and trust me that I'm never trying to, how do I say this? I'm certainly not trying to offend anybody. That's never been my job. So if you don't believe in the story that's being said, see if you can look under what it is that I'm talking about. So not so much the story, or maybe the story, maybe you'll love it, but it does go into a little religious connotation. So that's where I just want you to know that that's not where I'm going, but I want you to hear what's underlying it. So go ahead and take a comfortable seat. If you want to close your eyes, if you want to keep them open, completely up to you. It's just about a minute of reading here. So this is talking about the beginning of the world. And it says, she fell like a maple seed pirouetting onto an autumn breeze. She was coming from the sky. Hurtling downward, she saw only dark water below her. But in that emptiness, there were many eyes gazing up at the sudden shaft of light. They saw there a small object, a mere dust mote in the beam. As it grew closer, they could see that it was a woman, arms outstretched, long black hair billowing behind as she spiraled toward them. So out of the sky is dropping this woman. The geese nodded at one another and rose together from the water in a wave of goose music. She felt the beat of their wings as they flew beneath to break her fall. Far from the only home she'd ever known, she caught her breath as the warm embrace of soft feathers as they gently carried her downward. So this is the woman from sky dropping down, and the geese are holding her as she drops into the earth. And so it began. The geese could not hold the woman above the water for much longer, so they called a council to decide what to do. Resting on their wings, she saw them all gather, loons and otters and swans and beavers and fish of all kinds. A great turtle floated in their midst and offered his back for her to rest upon. Gratefully, she stepped from the goose's wings onto the dome of the shell. The others understood that she needed land for her home and discussed how they might help her get this. The deep divers among them had heard of mud at the bottom of the water and agreed to go find her some. The loon dove first, but the distance was too far. One by one, they went under to try to get some earth because they knew she needed this. They returned gasping for air. Soon, only the little muskrat was left, the weakest diver of all, and he volunteered to go while the others looked on very doubtfully. His small legs flailed as he worked his way downward, and he was gone for a very long time. They waited and waited for him to return, fearing the worst of all. He had given his life to aid this helpless human, but then the others noticed his paw. So he came back up. Sorry, I skipped that. He came back up out of the water, but his body was limp. He had given his life to aid the helpless human, but then they noticed in his paw was a tightly clenched. Something was there, and when they opened it up, there he was. He was wide awake, and so was a handful of mud. And the turtle said, "Here, put it on my back, and I will hold it." The sky woman bent down, spread the mud in her hands across the shell of the turtle, and moved by the extraordinary gifts of the animal, she sang in thanksgiving and then began to dance, and her feet caressed the earth. And this created the earth. Here's another story, you guys. On the other side was another woman with a garden and a tree. But for tasting its fruit, she was banished from the garden, and the gates and clanged shut behind her. That mother of men was made to wander in the wilderness and earn her bread by the sweat of her brow, not by filling her mouth with the sweet, juicy fruits that bent down to give to her. Now, again, I'm not getting into religion for you. What I want to ask is, how many things in our lives have we been told that this is the way? How many things in our lives have we been given a story and we abide by that story? Here we are at the new beginnings. Here we are at the moment that we can start again. New moon, new year, equinox. And you have a chance, my birthday, you have a chance to write your story the way you want it to be heard, seen, and acted out. If you haven't yet, close your eyes. Imagine the world that was created by the Sky Woman, who had all the animals support her fall and help her create the world that we want to live in. For all new beginnings start now. All new beginnings start with your breath. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Inhale for the sound of Om, deep breath in. Release your hands down. Open your eyes. Come onto your hands and knees, please, and begin to do some cat and cow. Let your body move with your breath and with all new beginnings. Allow your face to soften. Allow your back to round. And each time it curls, every time you open the chest, you breathe a little deeper. I don't know when we decided that we didn't have a choice to envision our world. Or if you are in that fear of how things are going to become, don't envision what you don't want. Be brave, be curious, and be courageous. And really have the moment that you understand that where you might think there's a bad guy might be the good guy, and who might be the good guy could be the bad guy. Can you keep going back to what is true and what is real? And sit back into child's pose. Drop your seat back towards your heels and then breathe into that back body. Water energy is really beautiful now with the equinox, that feeling of just flowing through, cleansing, purifying, rejuvenating. Good. Come on up to your hands and knees, downward facing dog. And you can pedal your heels if you'd like. You can bend your knees deeply if you'd like. Maybe swish your hips from side to side. So this is the gift that I'm asking for me from you, is to use your imagination beautifully and imagine your world as you wish it to be. Step your feet to the front of your mat, standing forward bend. Inhale your arms out and up to the sky. Bring your hands to your heart center, Anjali Mudra. Keep your eyes closed or close your eyes. And then begin breath of fire. Inhale, exhale, pump your navel in and out. Pump your navel in and out, in and out. This breath of fire, this fire energy of your imagination. Why would we be given an imagination if we're not meant to use it? Pump that navel. Fire of passion. Good. And then exhale. Inhale the arms up to the sky, you guys. Sit back into chair, please. Sky woman, sky men. Hands on your thighs and cat-cow here, please. Make sure you're keeping those shins hugged in, those inner knees wide. I can see you, Robin. You can't see me, honey. Can you hear me? Bummer. Good. And then reach those arms up and alongside those ears. Take a deep breath in. Raise all the way up to stand. Come all the way up. Take a baby back bend and exhale, bow forward. Send your left leg back behind you, please. Inhale your arms to the sky. Nice high lunge. Bend your elbows and let your elbows come slightly forward and lean your throat back. Lift your chest high. Go skyward. Even let your face lift up toward the sky. Gorgeous. Clasp your hands behind your back. Bow forward. Balancing forward bend. Let that left hand come down to the floor, right arm to the sky. Twist. Take that right arm over your ear, stretch it wide. Let your right hand drop down to the floor, downward facing dog. Come forward to plank pose. Lower all the way down to your belly. Rise up into cobra. Pick up your feet. Let your feet come off the floor. Feet off the floor. So you might need to bend your elbows more. Go lower into your back. Go more into your spine. Your feet up off the floor, you guys. And now bend your knees and bring your heels toward the back of your head. Take your head back to meet your heels any amount. Navel in, navel in, navel in. So it's like you're in a bow pose. Keep breathing. Let those shoulders come down, Lauren, just a little bit more. There it is, downward facing dog, you guys. Nice job. Nice, Kristen. Left foot steps forward. Inhale those arms to the sky, reach up. Watch that front knee, point it right at that second toe. And then hollow that low belly, send the low belly in. Press your sit bones back and wide, you guys. And then bend your elbows here. Skyward, lift your chest, lean back. Protect your neck. Don't just drop your head back, though. Pull your throat back, you guys. Clasp your hands behind your back. Take a deep breath in and bow forward. Good, you guys. Let that right hand come down to the floor, left arm come to the sky, twist. Take that left arm over your ear, reach. Press your left hip point back, or not hip point, your left hip crease back. Gorgeous. Bring the hand down to the floor, downward facing dog. Nice, everybody. All right, let's see if we can do this. Forward to plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Before you lift up into cobra, lift your shins and your feet off the floor so your heels are clicking back to touch the back of your head. Now engage the navel, pull the ribs in, lift your head, neck, and chest, and then press your head back skyward as if your heels are going to touch the back of your head. Yeah, you might have to be lower, but that's going to work into your spine. Downward facing dog. Beautiful, you guys. Inhaling that right leg back and up behind you, down dog split. Bring your heel to your butt. Don't let the knee open wide. Just keep the knee pointing to the floor. And then look forward, come slightly forward, almost into a plank, but stay plank dog. Lift your head, lift your head. Click your heel toward the back of your head. Watch your rib cage, don't let it fall down. Good, now send that right leg back and up behind you, down dog split. Send your right foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1. First warrior, bring your back foot in just enough, drop the heel, inhale the arms to the sky. Bend your elbows wide. This time your back heel is on the floor, Kim, so drop your back heel, good. Good, now as your elbows are bent, lean back, lift the chest, soften the ribs, clasp your hands behind your back, and bow forward. Gorgeous, you guys. Hands down to the floor, downward facing dog. So Joy, remember on the other side to change sides. I think you had the left foot forward. Come forward to plank. Lower all the way down. Kick up your heels. Bring your head up. Press your head back. Point your toes to the back of your head. By the end of class, Kim, your feet and your head is going to touch. Downward facing dog. Good. Left leg back and up behind you. Heel to your butt. Now stay here for a minute. Lift your right heel as high as you can go. Nice. Now, as your left knee is nice and high, don't point it out to the side. Lower your right heel back down. Ooh. Good. Now lift your head. Now you can let your heel lift. Come forward slightly. Create that beautiful arch in your back. Click your heel toward the back of your head. Good. Now send that left leg back and up behind you. Inhale, step your left foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1, first warrior. Drop your back heel. Inhale your arms to the sky. Nice, Kate. Good job, you guys. Bend your elbows, reach back, reach back. Keep your knee moving forward. Good, I totally forgot what I did here, but I think I clasp your hands behind your back. I have nobody next to me telling me what to do. And then bow forward. Come forward any amount, you guys. Usually I have somebody in the room with me telling me where I'm at. Good. Drop your hands down to the floor. Downward facing dog. Come forward to plank. Okay, stay in plank. Lift your thighs, lift your ribs, your ankles are even lifting here. Your throat is lifting here. Now take your right leg off the mat. Lift your right leg up. Beautiful. Now bend your knee. Draw your head back. So you're in a plank pose. You're pressing your head back. Gorgeous. Nice, Kristen. And then send that right leg back and up behind you, down dog split. Lots of core work here, you guys. Good. Send your right foot forward. Open Virabhadrasana 2. Beautiful. Good. Lift your arms just a little bit higher. Soften your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Inhale, both arms to the sky, both arms up. Keep your knee moving forward. Take a hold of your right wrist and pull to the back of your mat, but keep sending your right knee forward. Good. Straighten that right leg and reach for triangle pose, Trikonasana. Big stretch of those arms. Open up. Beautiful. Watch that head. And then bend that right knee and take it forward to half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Right hand on a block or right hand on the floor. And then I want you to bend your left knee, and I want you to bring your left knee in towards your navel and towards your belly button. Pull it in. Awkward, I know. In. Good. Now press it back and see if you can reach back and hold it with your hand. If not, just maybe click it back and pull your head back. Good. Release slowly, slowly, slowly. Navel stays engaged. Nice. Downward facing dog. Take it forward to plank. Lift your left leg up. Bring your heel towards your butt. Lift your head up. Move slightly forward. Gorgeous, you guys. Send that left leg back and up behind you, down dog split. Take your left foot forward. Open up Virabhadrasana 2. Keep that knee pointing right at that second toe. Take your arms up to the sky. Sky woman. Reach for that front wrist and pull to the back of your mat. Gorgeous. Straighten that front leg. And come into triangle pose. Nice, Crystal. Beautiful, Chrissy. Linda, nice. Breathe wide those wings, you guys. Head of those shoulders go back, chest moves forward, navel stays in. Beautiful, Maren. Good. Bending that left knee, come forward as you would into half moon. We'll call it new moon today. We're in a waxing moon. And then pull that knee in towards your navel, pull in. And then shoot that leg back, maybe reach back with your hand and open up your throat. Maybe keep your hand on your hip. Squeeze those legs together, be so strong here, you guys. And then gently release, and as you do, find your way back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Nice, Veronica. I don't usually get to watch you. Good. In downward dog, come down onto your elbows. Elbows are underneath your shoulders. Move your shoulders slightly forward. And then take your right leg up to the sky. Maybe walk your feet in just a little bit more if that feels more comfortable. Right leg up, heel to your butt, look up, press your head towards your heel, keep your navel drawn in, powerful. Good, now tuck your chin into your chest, keep your leg where it is, and see if you can almost shorten your navel towards your heart, pull in a lot, and then look forward again and keep that strong navel center, but send your chest forward even more. Lower that leg down, lower both knees down, and sit back into child's pose. And breathe deeply into this creation, what we create in our thoughts. How we already have the answers for what's going to happen toward the end of the year. If this is going to happen, then this is going to happen.
I just pressed
Deep breathing here. It's interesting, and I say this a lot to people, if we have any sort of trust in this universal love and the universal consciousness, why would we not trust it now? Come on up, downward facing dog. And then take a moment, breathe into this space as you lower the elbows back down to the floor. Take your left leg up to the sky. Bring your heel towards your butt. Remember, the knee's not floating out to the side, it's just straight on. Now look forward, kicking your heel up. So feel that kind of internal power, but then tuck your chin into your chest and try to draw your navel all the way up towards your heart. Remember, your heart center is the middle of your chest. Now keep that, look forward, look forward. And then lower that leg back down. Drop those knees down to the mat and sit back into child's pose. Breathing in and breathing out. How was the world created? With intention and beauty? With the animals, you know, the story is so different, right? But how fun to think of the animals catching Sky Woman. The world's being water only, and then Sky Woman comes down and the animals see her coming and they come together. How can we take care of her? That's the world I want to live in. Nature takes care of us. Our weeds take care of us. Good, downward facing dog, you guys. My plant ally for this year's red raspberry. So of course, Kathy's house has tons of red raspberry around it. So I'm making red raspberry tea. So healing. Right foot steps forward, open up Virabhadrasana 2, second warrior. Be the warrior energy here. What wild weeds do you have around you? I want to know. I want to know. Good. Now take your right forearm down onto your right thigh. Take your left arm over your ear. Press up into your left hip. Take that up nice and high. That left foot is your anchor. Nice. Now bend your right knee more. Beautiful. Now slide your right hand down to the floor or a block. Go a little deeper. Take your sit bones super wide. Good. Now take your left hand behind your head and bend your chin in towards your chest and round to pull your thighs and your rib cage back a lot. And then from this, go ahead and open up, keeping that same power in your navel center. Nice, Lydia. Touch down, downward facing dog. Do the internal power work. That's why we do asana together. Take a vinyasa of your choice or none. Hi, Carla. Good. All right, left foot steps forward. Open up, Virabhadrasana 2. Good, drop your left forearm onto your left thigh, right arm over your ear. Beautiful. Now push up into your right foot, right rib cage lifts. Power in that back leg. And then slide your left hand down, moving your left hand down to the floor or a block, or stay where you are. That's totally cool. But then take your left hand behind your head and curl your head into your rib cage and pull your heart down to meet your navel and keep that power, and then open up your chest and open back up. Yes. Nice. Good, Anna. Gorgeous. And touch down, downward facing dog. Nice, Kathy. Vinyasa of choice or none at all. Nice. Good, Katrin. Little Vashisthasana, anytime you'd like. Great, Robin. All right, from downward dog, once you're ready, jump your feet or step your feet to your hands, standing forward, bend, bow deeply. Nice, Ruchi. And then slide your arms out and up. Come on up to stand. Interweave your palms over the top of your head, press up. Press up, and as much as you're pressing up, root down through those legs. Make sure your thighs don't pop forward. Beautiful, Roz, nice and open. And then bend those elbows nice and wide. Start to bend your knees just slightly, send your butt back just a little bit, not a full chair. Not a full chair, just so your groins start to move back and your sit bones go wide. And then start to lift the chest a lot. But remember, every time you've pulled your navel and your heart toward each other, try to keep that and then lift your chest a lot, a lot, a lot. Lean back, sky women, sky men. And then bring your hands back to your heart center, come to straight legs, close your eyes, and breath of fire. Inhale, exhale through your navel center. Isolate that navel, move that navel center. Really good. Exhale fully, relax your arms alongside your body, turn your palms face forward, close your eyes and feel. You pirouetting down from the sky energy, having the animals below you catch you, and know that you need earth beneath you to survive. Going down deep into the water and finding that earth and rising up, and your dance creates the earth. I like it. Okay, so now bend your knees. Sit back into chair, hands on your thighs. You're like, how far, Sheryl? Go all the way back into chair this time. Good. And then I want you to inhale, look forward. I want you to exhale, round. And as you round your back, now stay here, no breath at all. Pump your navel. Just pump your navel in and out. When you need to have breath, inhale, look forward. Find the breath. Exhale, round again. No breath at all. Pump your navel. Do that one more time. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, round. No breath at all. Pump that navel. And then inhale, look forward, rise up to stand. Open your mouth, let your jaw drop. Good. Hug your left knee into your chest. Remember, every time we hug the knee in, we have this too big of a scoop of your tailbone. So press your sit bones back and wide. And then take your arms up to the sky, reach up, interweave your palms, and bring just your pointer, your Jupiter finger, that's your pointer finger, straight up to the sky. Squeeze your ears, so get real strong, soften your heart. And then send that left leg back behind you, Virabhadrasana 3. Send it back. Go slow. Nice, Susan. Nice, Crystal. Good. Watch that right hip. We want to keep that right outer hip moving back. Try not to turn on your side here. Kate, drop that left leg down just a little bit. Just a little. Push through that heel. Pull that knee back in. Nice, Patrice. Great, Susan. Come on back and release down. Excellent. Nice, Lauren. What are the stories that we're making up? Change sides. I just feel like right now is a great time to make up your own damn story. And then trust it, believe in it. Good, so that right knee comes up, Melody, excellent, but now push those sit bones back and wide so we're not over scooping our tailbone, that's it. Take your arms up, interlace your palms, Jupiter finger, pointer finger, pointing straight up. All the power in your navel center, all the power in your rib cage, shoot that leg back slow, but like a beam of light, reach forward, reach back. Inhale, come on up. Gorgeous, you guys. And release. Okay. If your arms are up, you can keep them there. Otherwise, inhale your arms to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Hands on blocks if you have them. Maybe on the lowest setting. And then inhale your left leg to the sky. You're in a standing split with your hands on blocks if you have them. Left toes point down to the floor. Now you gotta feel your sit bones move wide. Here, scoop your low belly. The minute I scoop my low belly, I take my navel in, then my tailbone wants to go under. So I'm gonna press your butt way back, widen through your inner thighs. Now I want you to pick up onto your right toes. So pick up your right heel up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Veronica's doing it beautifully. Lean onto your hands. So that's why hopefully you're on blocks or something that you can lean onto. Tuck your chin into your chest. Pull your navel to meet your heart. Pull in a lot. And then look forward, lean into your hands, keep all that power as if you're going to kick up toward handstand. Maybe, I don't know, it's my birthday, maybe do a little kick, maybe a little lift of that right foot off the floor. It's a tiny one, only a little one, just little. What's the story you're telling yourself? I can't do that. Good, and then bring thanks. Bring both feet down to the floor, standing forward bend. Relax that jaw. Relax your eyes. Bathe your eyes in the beauty of nature today. When you get confused, go sit by a tree. Go hang out with a rock. Rock energy or stone energy is ancestral energy. Okay, here we go, second side. So take your right leg up to the sky. Hands are on blocks if you can. Right leg up, point the toe to the floor. Good. Lift up onto your tippy toes. Curl your chin into your chest, pull in. Squeeze those legs toward each other. Don't let your right foot lift up, turn out. Turn those toes down. Good, now look forward, keeping all of that powerful energy, but lean into your hands and lean into your heart. You know, you guys, I just realized this. Wow, good, even a better job. If you're kicking with your hands on those blocks, that's scary as shit. I just realized I had your hands on blocks. So if you want to take your hands off blocks and try it, or if you want to try to do it with blocks. Yeah, little kicks, or just keep that leg up. Power of your arms too. Don't let your elbows bend here. Great. Gorgeous. And then release and walk yourself back to downward facing dog. And drop down to your knees and press back to child's pose. If you're not in the mood for child's pose, just sit on your heels. That's fine too, or sit between your heels. Breathe deep. You guys. Okay, come on up to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. I'm going to be 55, so 55 times. No, I'm just kidding. Jump your heels to your butt. So kick your heels to your butt 3 times. Just hit your butt 3 times. Good. And then come on back down to your knees, hands and knees, and slide your right arm out to the right and thread the needle. Take your right arm underneath your left, thread the needle. Deep breathing here. Open up. New breath, new moon, new year. To all possibilities. Things that you never imagined. I think that's what's so supreme about our mind and our imagination, is that when we co-create with nature, it goes beyond what we ever imagined. And so we stay stuck in that limited, what's happening right now in front of us, and we limit ourselves. And then we send that energy out. That's the energy that we place into the universe. Come on up, switch sides. Some of you have been on this 21-day inner retreat with me. It's been so much fun, not just connecting with different foods that are healing us, but nature, connecting with what nature's offering us. We did a fear bundle yesterday, placing herbs and such in a bundle, placing it on our altar to recognize what we're afraid of, and then go bury it somewhere, yet let nature hold that space for us. They seem like such little rituals, but they're huge because they place your mind where you want your mind to be. Come on up, downward facing dog. Walk or jump to the front of your mat, clasp your hands behind you, Take that shoulder stretch, big old shoulder stretch. You got it, Nancy. Beautiful. Nice, Maren. And then take your left hand to your outer right shin. Take your right arm to the sky. Twist. Keep your hips steady, you guys. Push your thighs back. Maybe even bend your knees. Take your shins forward a little bit. Lauren, I would take your feet just a little bit wider, just a little more space. There you go. Inner knees wide, you guys. Change sides. Good, Perry. Watch those shins locking back, you guys. Take that arm a little closer to that ear, everybody. Good, Robin. Gorgeous. All right, come on back up to stand, all the way back up. Good. So everything you've created with that sense of power in the navel, lift of your chest, bring your left knee into your chest, and we'll try tree pose. Any arm position, favorite arm position, but pull in through the inner body. Press through the foot and the thigh, or the foot and the shin. And then go skyward, my friends. Skyward, be sky woman, sky man. Pirouetting to the earth through the sky. Sounds like the teachings of Mother Ganga too. She was called when the energy needed healing. Good, you guys. Okay, change sides. Breathe deeply. Deep breath. Get taller. Reach to the sky. Reach up, reach up, reach up. Good, and release. Okay, so now those of you who have blocks, you're gonna put a block in front. If you don't have a block, you get to do tree again the same way. You're gonna make sure your block is long enough to, so you can place your foot on top, and then place your first foot on top. Is that your left foot? That's your right? Right, which one is it? Right foot? Okay, place your right foot on and lift up into tree. Get your left foot to come on either to the shin or to the upper inner thigh. If you don't have a block, just do tree again. So we're doing tree with our foot on a block. And you're gonna do both sides, so don't worry which one. And then again, root down through that standing leg and reach up through those arms. Create a lot of space. In the story, Sky Woman, she just had a little bit of earth, right, brought up from deep down under the water. And so she danced on that earth to create more. I'm not going to ask you to dance. Good. Come on down, change sides. Or maybe I am, Joy. It looks like you're dancing. Good. Second side, tree pose, either standing on a block or not. Either so make sure the block is long enough to place your foot on. Draw the navel in, lift the chest up, and then reach those arms to the sky. Nice, Linda. Beautiful, Chrissy. Great, Cam. You guys got it, Nancy. Reach, reach, reach. Great, Kate. That's so beautiful, Lauren. And come on down. Nice, you guys. Turn your feet wide and come into squat. If squat's not okay for you, go back into chair. Good. So Let's do this. Even if you're not going to do what I'm going to ask you to do, let me see how we can do this. All right, I'm going to change my mind. Never mind. Lie on your back, please. Lie on your back. See how many crazy thoughts I have in my head. Lay on your back, hug your knees into your chest. Press your knees into your hands and your hands into your knees. And then take happy baby pose, please. Good. Wrap your right knee on top of your left knee, knee on top of knee. Take your hands behind your head. Squeeze your shins toward each other. Keep your head down on the floor for a minute. Squeeze your shins toward each other. Widen your inner thighs, widen your sit bones. And then bend your elbows toward the sky and just lift your head up, but let your head drop back into the weight of your hands. Elbows point toward the ceiling. Keep the sit bones moving wide. Let your head drop back into your hands. Navel to the floor, heart lifts. Good. Lower your head back down. Switch other knee on top. Squeeze your shins a lot. Widen your sit bones. Pull your elbows up toward the sky. Lift your head up. Drop the weight of your head into your hands. Elbows keep lifting toward the ceiling. Squeeze the shins. Keep breathing. Lower your head back down. Take your legs to the sky, straight up. Take your hands up towards your toes. Lift your head up. Squeeze up. Touch your toes if you can. Let your head drop back down to the floor. Do this a couple more times. Lift up, touch your toes, or get close. Beautiful. And then keep your legs where they are. Take your arms down to the floor. And then just lift your butt off the floor. Take your hips up. Butt off the floor, lift up. Arms alongside the body. Lift your butt up. Go slow. Lift up, lower down. Lift up, lower down. Now, if you'd like to, lift your butt up and take your toes all the way to the floor behind you, halasana, or just keep your legs straight up in the sky. Good. If you have your legs back to halasana, bend your knees so your knees squeeze around your ears. If you have your legs up to the sky and your butt's on the floor, just stay right there. Good. And then lift your legs up to the sky and lower down one vertebra at a time. Everybody take your feet to the floor, keep your knees bent, and roll your head from side to side. Beautiful, you guys. Good. Arms alongside the body. Drop your shoulders to the floor. Drop your head to the floor. Lift your hips up. You can clasp your hands underneath you, coming into bridge. Make sure your shins draw in. Lift your chin so the sides of the throat stays nice and long. Good. Now kick your right leg up to the sky. Press your shoulders down. Kick your right leg up. Push up. Good. Change sides. Right foot down, left leg up. Push up. So you're in bridge pose, 1 foot up, 1 foot down on the floor. Good. Lower both feet onto the floor. Take your hands out from underneath you. Unweave your hands and roll your butt back down to the floor. We started with back bends. So if you'd like to take a full wheel here, or if you want to roll over onto your belly and reach back for your ankles, you're welcome to do that. So favorite back bend of choice. Onto your belly, reach back for your ankles, maybe camel. Maybe you want to invert, go upside down and find a back bend. Maybe full wheel. Beautiful. Nice. Yes, yes, yes. Good, Ruchi. Plug those shoulder blades deep onto your back. Nice, Joy. Nice, Susan. Yep. Kathy, gorgeous. Great, Robin. Don't forget those shins. Hug them in. Lydia, beautiful. Melody, great. Yep. And if you can't decide on one back bend, do 2. Nice, Susan. That was the invitation for you, Veronica. Nice job. Good. Gorgeous. All right. And then take it into child's pose, everybody. Hug your knees into your chest and come up into child's pose. Breathe deep into that back body. And walk yourself up. Go ahead and stretch your legs out in front of you. Bend your right knee into your chest. Let your right knee fall out to the side. Janu Shirshasana. Nice, Anna. Twisting toward that extended leg and then bow over your extended leg. Drop your mind here. Stay in your beautiful connection with the universe. Someone said to me the other day, I have a very hard time with the concept of God. And I said, that's okay. I said, go to nature. Let her be your God, goddess. Let her show you how things die and then are reborn. Let her show you what it takes to be that ancient one, storyteller, the keeper of stories. Think of some of the trees that have been around for years and years and imagine all the changes that they've seen and been through. Keeper of the stories. Come on up, switch sides. Take that little twist so the body moves over that extended leg. And then lengthen that torso, get nice and long. Do you guys remember the story of Dumbo? You remember the character Dumbo? So this is Dumbo, who is just given by a crow. So the crow gave Timothy an ordinary feather, an ordinary feather, an ordinary feather, and whispered, this is a magic feather. It'll help Dumbo fly. Holding the feather in his trunk, Dumbo stood at the edge of the cliff. Before he could change his mind, the crow pushed him, and off he went. And all at once, Dumbo was flapping his big ears, and he was flying. "You did it," cried Timothy, "all by holding that feather, that ordinary feather." What is it that we've limited ourselves from? Come on up, you guys. Bring the soles of your feet together. Last forward bend, soles of your feet together. Send your butt way back and bow forward here. You might even pull your shins up just for a moment and feel the action. Beautiful. That's it, Perry. Bring the action of those shins up and then push your butt back as far as it'll go back, and then let your knees just drop down very organically. Good, you guys. Come on up to sit. Come to a comfortable cross-legged seat. And close your eyes. If you'd like to, bring your thumb and first finger to touch. Powerful mudra of the wisdom of the universe. And then let yourself find your breath. Hi, beautiful Lydia. Beautiful friend. Close your eyes and breathe deep. With every inhale, you have an opportunity to create. With every exhale, to destroy, to release, to let go. So it's my birthday, so I get to do anything. Actually, my birthday's not till Monday, but I get to do really, it's so funny how I use that as an excuse to do anything I want to do, because I really do with you guys do anything that I feel is wonderful and fabulous. But I have this gorgeous oak. I don't know if you want to open your eyes. Oh, I don't think they can see me, can they, Veronica? Oh, yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. Right? You can see me, can't you? Can you see my oak? Yeah. So I have this beautiful oak from the beautiful tree in the back. It actually had come down, so I wanted to use this to fan you. And what oak energy is the doorway into the new, and the doorway into all the veils that we have placed in front of us, that we have all of the places that we've closed ourselves down to not trust. That's what oak energy is. It opens up doorways to all possibilities. So I know this sounds crazy, but I'm okay with that. I'm going to fan you with the oak tree. So close your eyes and just receive. The energy of the oak. Okay, now turn around so I have your back body. Turn around. I want your backs now. Beautiful. You can turn yourself back forward if you'd like. You can lie on your back for Shavasana or stay right there and meditate. And drop into yourself so deeply, so beautifully. Go ahead and begin to deepen your breath. Let your body begin to stretch and yawn in any way that serves you well. If you're lying down, hug your knees into your chest, roll up to sit. Together we'll chant Asat Chamasat Gamaya, lead me from the unreal to the real, darkness to light, from the fear of death to the knowledge of immortality. Asat Chamasat Gamaya, Tamasoma Jyotiha, Mrichorma Amrita, Amritam Gamaya. Asatoma Sagamaya Tamasoma Jyotiha Mrichorma Amrita Amritam Gamaya Asatoma Sagamaya Tamasoma Jyotiha Mrichorma Amritam Gamaya Amritam Gamaya. If you haven't, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale for the sound of Om. Sliding your hands to the space between the eyebrows. Namaste, everybody. I love you guys so much. You can unmute yourself and tell me how much you love me.
I love